Hey guys, Phantom here, and welcome back to 3 True Sleepover Horror Stories animated by IMR Scary Tales. Now, this is story 2. If y'all haven't seen story 1, you might as well click off and go see the first one. If you have not, and instead of just going to the first one, I'm just gonna let this little icon to take you there. I said this little icon will take you there. Okay, there it is. But anyway, for the first story that started off, it really kind of got out of hand when it came to that first sleepover. But anyway, I'm not gonna say much because I feel like the people who have not clicked the icon and see the video first, I'm not gonna spoil it for them. If y'all are actually interested to see in the video, it's on my channel. And also you could just click on the icon. But anyway, let's just start the video. Story 2.
Tamala Horsford arrived at the party around 8:30 p.m. The 40-year-old black mother had made dinner for her 5 sons and husband, Leanne,
5.
before heading out to celebrate the birthday of her
That's a lot
friend,
of kids.
Jean Myers. Myers had invited a group of moms, most of whom met through the local youth football league, to spend the night, not wanting anyone to drink and drive. Horsford arrived with a bottle of tequila and a small overnight bag, and changed into white onesie pajamas, covered in paw prints, shortly after she got there. The party, held the evening of November 3rd, 2018, was originally meant to be all women. But Myers'
An all
nephew,
women sleepover.
Jose Barrera, and Tom Smith, the husband of another attendee, ended up sticking around. In the end, the group, who advocates for Horsford, would later dub the Forsyth 12, included 9 women, 2 men, and 1 husband, who, according to police interviews, only dropped off and picked up his wife. Out of these 12, 8 were planning to spend the night, as was Tamala. While the women drank, socialized, and watched the LSU Alabama game upstairs, Barrera and Smith watched football in Myers' finished basement. During this time, Horsford, the only habitual smoker at the party,
I'm not
regularly
really much of
stepped
a
out her
football
mouth to puff
person.
cigarettes. She also smoked pot that evening, but Myers asked her to stop. According to Myers' own statement, she had teased Horsford during the conversation, calling her the female Bob Marley, and reminding her that Barrera worked as a pretrial officer and did not approve.
Wait. Did she just call him a female Bob Marley?
She had teased Horsford during the conversation, calling her the female Bob Marley,
Yup,
and
I was
reminding
right.
her that Barrera worked as a pretrial officer and did not approve. Eventually, the men joined the party, and the group played Cards Against Humanity. Photographs and videos captured during the game show. Horsford smiling happily. She had been drinking tequila, but according to photos, videos, and witness accounts, Horsford didn't appear particularly drunk that evening.
Definitely real
The guests
people.
who weren't spending the night began to leave around 11:30 p.m., while those who stayed trickled off to bed over the next couple of hours. According to police interviews, Horsford remained awake after Myers and Barrera headed to bed around 1:30 a.m. The last person to see Horsford was Bridget Ford, who was picked up by her husband at 1:47. In her statement, Fuller says that Horsford was eating a bowl of gumbo and that said she planned to smoke a cigarette and head to bed. Over the next 10
I wonder
minutes,
what
the
gumbo
home
tastes like.
security system registered the back door opening, closing, and then opening again for the last time at 1:57 a.m.
Oh, come on.
Got a hint. Install the chime after they get started.
For the last time at 1:57 a.m.
I hate
Around
ads.
8:45 the next morning, Madeline Lombardi, Myers' aunt who lived at the house, headed into the kitchen to make her morning cup of coffee. In her interview with police, Lombardi described seeing something chilling through the window in the backyard. The white dog print onesie. It was
Ooh.
Horsford, face down in the grass, not moving. After saying the prayer, Lombardi headed upstairs to find Myers, telling her something appeared to be wrong with her. Forsyth County 911 got the call just before 9 a.m. Horsford was pronounced dead at the scene. FSCO pointed to the toxicology report, which tested positive for THC and clocked her blood alcohol content at .238, just shy of 3 times the legal limit to drive, with a BAC typically associated with blackouts, loss of court.
Hold on. They kind of lost me. Like like the narrator just spoke too fast, and I think, yeah, he said, I know he said it was an accident, but it looked like it was an overdose. What he just said, I think. Let's replay that.
2 weeks after the state of Georgia medical examiner provided their final report, the FSCO pointed to the toxicology report, which tested positive for THC and clocked her blood alcohol content at .238, just shy of 3 times the legal limit to drive, with a BAC typically associated with blackouts, loss of coordination, and even vomiting. The FSCO determined that marijuana and alcohol use likely contributed to the fall. They also noted the door alarm ball, as well as an unlit cigarette and lighter Barrera said she found on the upper deck. Together, the investigators found that this evidence suggested Horsford went out for a cigarette sometime around 1:57 a.m. and accidentally fell to her death. When they closed the case, the department released the incident report and death investigation to the public. But these documents didn't provide the answers Horsford's family and friends were looking for. In fact, they only caused more confusion. How did a woman with that high of a BAC appear in control of her facilities, according to interviews as well as video taken that night, yet managed to fall over a nearly 4-foot railing and into the backyard? How could a house full of people, some asleep for less than half an hour, not hear Horsford fall to her death right outside their windows? Could a 15 to 20-foot fall cause not only death, but a dislocated wrist, broken neck, and a laceration to her heart muscle? Why wasn't the scene preserved, evidence tested, or potential witnesses interviewed immediately? What happened when the back door opened just before 2 a.m.? And why is it left open?
In other words, it could have also been a murder too, since he did mention that there was an opening door, open and closed. That it was opening and closed and opened again, and just going to keep on repeating. So basically, not only that she overdosed that with the, I guess it's kind of an overdose when it, that when it was when she was smoking the marijuana and drinking. And my guess is there has to be a murder too, right? It's kind of messed up, you ask me. If only I literally just had headphones. Like, I'm literally just hearing this from my phone. Like, like, where I'm trying to get at, guys. Like, I want to wear earbuds so I can hear closely to the story. So I can get further deep into the video. Headphones, either way. I tried using earbuds and that did not work when I tried to record the video.
And would the investigation have gone differently?
Black Lives Matter.
Wasn't the only black person
Yes.
at the party?
Black Lives Matter. I agree.
Horsford was born in St. Vincent and the Grenadines in 1978, where she lived until her family moved to the Bronx in 1989. She'd met her husband in Florida, who had a daughter from a previous relationship, and they went on to have 5 sons together. When Horsford died, her youngest son was only 4 years old. By all accounts, Horsford was the life of the party. She liked to laugh, to dance, to have fun. When the Horsfords moved to Georgia 5.5 years earlier for Leander's work, it was this warmth that had attracted Myers and others to the charismatic mother. But the questions surrounding Horsford's case goes beyond the optics of a black woman dying at a party with a group of white people. According to the autopsy from the Georgia Bureau of Investigations,
I thought one of them was Hispanic.
to her head, neck, torso, and extremities, including abrasions of the face, 4 types of hemorrhages in the skull and brain, dislocation of the right wrist, and cuts on her arms and legs. Additionally, she suffered a broken neck and a laceration of the right ventricle of the heart. According to the incident report, written by lead investigator Mike Christian, Horsford's body position was also examined at the scene. Most notable, when Tamala was turned over was the fact she had come to rest face down. were consistent with those received in a roughly second-story fall. Potential evidence may also have been compromised or missed. The scene was never secure, and at least one witness, pretrial officer Barrera, told investigators he touched the body, saying he moved Horsford's leg while trying to figure out if she was still alive. Barrera also said in his interview he found and moved the unlit cigarette and lighter on the deck before he saw the body. But because police believed the death to be an accident, no evidence was ever fingerprinted. And though Barrera states with the original 911 call that security cameras were installed and pointed at the backyard, the batteries were found to be dead and the cameras not recorded. During
Damn.
the autopsy, neither a sexual assault kit nor fingernail clippings were collected. In a call with Rolling Stone, GBI Public Affairs Director Nellie Miles explained that these steps are not routine and weren't taken in this case because there was no indication of foul play. The GBI's Division of Forensic Science also declined to test the contents of the bottle of tequila that Horsford.
So hold on, pause for a second. Like I said, I can hardly follow what they're saying. I just want to talk about the camera part. Like, how do they not have no batteries for the cameras? And how, like, did they forgot to change it, or they just didn't install it at the time? I'm just very confused right now. It's either way. It's either the alcohol, the drugs that had that guy in her. No. No, yeah, drug. She had marijuana. I can't go all full on Sherlock on this one. So yeah, she smoked, she drank. It can be when she fall, but there is an option that one of them could be a murderer. He said it was that full of white people. Nah. It's one black person, one black woman, and the rest of the women are white. I don't want to assume that it's a race thing, but I guess that someone that has to be the suspect. Since again, I could be wrong. I don't know. I'm not the best at this trying to guess.
That brought that evening. Miles explained that it's standard policy not to test for illicit substances with a possible suspect is deceased, as there would be nobody to hold accountable if they were to find drugs present. The case still remains a mystery, but like Horsford's family, we too want justice for her and hope soon the truth will come out of this matter.
Yep, this kind of hurts my head trying to figure that out. Like I said, it could have been easier if I had headphones to listen in better, since I use my phone to record, and I tried to use my earbuds, but it wouldn't record. It recorded my voice, but it wouldn't record the audio for the video. So of course, I'm just stuck using a phone to make reaction videos. It's bringing me flashbacks, but yeah, with other black people that got murdered, so, like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. It's all about bringing justice now for all black people out there. And now it's the woman named what was her name? I didn't get a chance to hear her name again. I believe it was Tamla Horsford. And yes, I went back in the video. That's why I went back and just said it. Yeah, just so we can know who we are talking about. But again, hashtag BLM, Black Lives Matter. There always has to be justice for all race. including black people. But anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed this little video. Me personally, I just can't help but to say no. Because seeing that just make me feel like just want to think, how did it all like lay out like this? How can we be sure it was one of the witnesses who are the true suspects? And like I said, I'm not full on Sherlock Holmes, so I could be wrong in here and there. But hope you guys like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you're new. Hit the bell for notifications and share my videos too. It'll help me a lot, you guys. And I'll see you guys in the next video. I'm Fan of Dark Hoodie, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace out.